All right, REI Deal Breakdown up in Tivoli, New York, or actually it's called Tivoli. So I'm at this site right now. We're going to close to purchase it in about 2 weeks. And as you can see, it's fully gutted, right? So this is a condominium. It's 2 floors. I'll show you the upstairs in a minute. And I wanted to come here today to basically just walk the site because I'm here for Christmas. So I figured, why not? This will be the kitchen. We're going to frame this area out and we're going to create some sort of a closet where we're going to probably keep the hot water here. So I'm actually thinking about, because it's a quirky spot to have the hot water heater. So I'm thinking about maybe seeing if we can move the hot water heater in this area. Because this is obviously the old dormant washer dryer. As you can see, the bathroom here, it's semi-gutted toilet. This tub's going to go. We're going to rip this out. We'll pile it up. We have the sheetrock up here. Looks like the plumbing is all hooked up, which is good. So this is the downstairs part. As you go in here, first bedroom downstairs, we're going to sheetrock up there. We're going to throw some hi-hat lighting. Make sure the venting is there. We're going to throw some nice vinyl floors throughout the entire unit. As we come back in here, this is where we're going to build out the kitchen. I already found some things we can do here to save money. And the first thing is this. This is a brand new fridge. This is a Frigidaire fridge, standard. So we'll save at least $1,000 just by me showing up here, seeing this fridge is brand new. We're going to save at least $1,000. We're just going to buy a stove range and we're going to buy a dishwasher. And that's it. As you come up the stairs here, as you can see, it's a nice little unit here. It's about almost 1,000 square feet. I think it's like 920 square feet. So I think we're going to sand off these stairs and stain them. And to finish this off, I'm not going to finish these popcorn ceilings because that's just an unnecessary expense. We're going to drill hi-hats here instead, put some better lighting in here, change all these little fixtures, throw some nice LVT floors here. We're going to keep the baseboard. There's no sense of getting rid of these baseboards. I think we might be able to throw the floors just right over this. But you got a nice bedroom here, a 2-floor condo. So that's going to be the project. All right, so I'm buying this property for $130,000. It's obviously gutted, so we don't have to spend any money demoing anything, so that's nice. And my budget on this property was $65,000. It's going to be about $70,000 to $72,000 now, which is all good. A little bit over budget, but it's going to be a really, really nice condo when we're done with it. And then the ARV on this property is anywhere between $270,000 and $300,000. There's actually comps that are above $300,000, but when you're flipping houses or condos in this case, you always want to be conservative, right? You want to be conservative and you want to be realistic about the number. I would assume this property, when it's renovated and it's in really good shape, probably will sell for $280,000 to $295,000 is what I'm assuming. I said $270,000 to $300,000. There's a pending comp at $319,000. A little bit bigger. It's got a loft. It's been on the market for like 90 days. I think the buyer's agent said that that's going for above $300,000. So let's say $285,000 or $295,000. So everything's said and done here, assuming the budget's there and the ARV's there, should walk away with in between like $40,000 and $50,000 in net profit, which isn't bad on a condo, especially with an ARV that's basically $300,000 or under. And when I'm flipping properties, I like to get at minimum 10% of the ARV in the form of net profit. So in this case, if we call the ARV $280K, I would want to make a minimum of $28K. In this situation, obviously, this is not a wholesale deal where you're just doing carpet and paint. You want to make a little bit more. So like I said, in between 40 and 50K in profit is the projected here, but it's in a great area. It's a really nice village, not far from the Hudson River. So this is the property up in Tivoli Gardens. Some lessons I learned on this deal. Number one, walk your sites. Just by showing up here, I mean, look, literally brand new fridge here that we can save at least $1,000. This would cost us by a $1,200 fridge. So we'll save that right on the budget. We'll leave it here. So that's lesson number one, walk your sites. Lesson number two is when you're going through a budget with a contractor, you got to go line by line and itemize everything out. You don't just want to have them to give you a one bid for, oh, I'll build a whole house for X price. You want to go through, how much is the sheetrock? How much are the floors? How much is the paint going to cost? How much is the kitchen going to cost? How much is the bathroom going to cost? You want to itemize out your scopes of work so you know exactly what's going on and you can find areas when you itemize things out that you might be able to negotiate on. Or you can get a bid from a contractor and then you can sub out certain parts of that bid. Like, for example, I might still shop the floors out. I got a really high price on the floors. I got the HVAC. That's going to go to a different contractor because I'm going to take that to a specialist. So you always want to itemize your scopes and compare the bid so you could see where you could save some potential money. And then the third lesson on this video, and I'll try to do a part two, come back here once it's finished, or I can have someone film on my behalf if I'm not here physically and let you know the actual numbers. But when you're in a really good area, you can be a little bit more aggressive. And, when I looked around here, what's for sale, the comps, and just physically driving around here this morning, this is a nice area. People want to live here. This is in a prime area in Dutchess County, right by the water. So when you're in a really good area, you can get a little bit more aggressive. People want to live here. It's a very quiet complex, comes with a garage. So that's the property in Tivoli. Hope you got value from it. If you're in the Hudson Valley, if you're in Dutchess County, Orange County, etc., Westchester County, or if you're in Seattle, or you're in Delaware, or you're in San Diego or Reno, you have a house you want to wholesale to me. I'm a buyer. I want to buy your property. Or if you're a wholesale, you want a wholesale deal with me on a JV basis. We do that all the time. Send me an email, greg@velocityhousebuyers.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram @grego37, and I'll see you on the next REI Deal Breakdown. Take care.